I think you should take a martial arts class at my dojo where I teach there, where I do Drew Martial Arts in Crown Heights.
Why did you invite me here?
Why did I bring you here? It's a kind of strength and movement that you might not encounter in your life, but it's really worth knowing.
I feel this need sometimes to defend myself in my life.
Sure.
I don't even necessarily mean like hitting people that I see on the street that are threatening me. Internally defending my identity a little bit to people. Can the physical manifestation of defending yourself translate into the inward protection? Or no, not at all?
You might not like my answer to this question. I mean, I think it's complicated because a lot of what we learn here can translate into self-defense, but God willing, never will. I'm a 5'1" woman. I feel unsafe a lot of the time. And I do think particularly for women, learning to use your body as a tool as opposed to doing exercise, it just feels good to be able to do hard things with your body. And of course, there's always a risk doing martial arts. Like, you're smacking things, like you do feel it a little bit, but it's good for you. You cannot do it without a sensei. You need someone to look at your body and see how it's moving and adjust it for you, right? Like, nobody knows exactly how their body is moving. Yeah, you need other people. I think the classroom is really great and it's really fun and it's a great community. This dojo, Daruma, really makes a point of like, we throw parties, they have open mat on Sundays where you can come and just hang out. Like, they are very community oriented.
When are you finished? When do you realize that you've completed everything there is to know about, whether it's karate or kickboxing?
I mean, you don't. There's no such thing.
The goal to be, is there like a specific goal that you're like always reaching for? Like, if I can do this move, then I'm a master. I
mean, theoretically, when you get a black belt, you're some kind of master, right? I don't particularly think of myself as a master, but I mean, this is true of everything, but this is a sport and your body will change over time. And so there's a degree to which what you're doing is also meeting your body somewhere, and that's not an upward trajectory, right? That will always be changing. And one of the beautiful things about martial arts is you can practice it to a very old age. The dojo that I trained at growing up, so I'm a first degree black belt, you can go up to 10 degrees of black belt, but at my dojo, the way that it worked was that you had to wait. Before you could test again for your next black belt, you had to wait the number of years that your next degree would be. So say I got my first degree black belt, I wouldn't have been allowed to test for my second degree black belt for another 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I would have to wait 3 years. So all the 10 degree black belts are like these old guys.
Yeah.
So there's always something new to learn.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like impossible to be a 10 degree black belt and be like 25.
Yes. I would imagine that it is impossible to get a 10th degree black belt at the age of 25.
So wisdom is kind of a part of it.
Totally. God willing.
Thank you, Becca.
Nice. Ooh. Nice. And now, pull it back as fast as you go out.
Fast. Got it.
Awesome, Nicky.
Yeah?
Awesome.
Good.
Really good. Awesome. How are you feeling?
Good. Feeling comfortable.
Maybe adjust your wraps because they're slipping.
Hi, welcome back to Nicky's News. I had a lot of fun punching and kicking, but I still feel like there's walls around me that I can't punch my way through. So I've invited on one of my best friends, Aidan Hart, to help. Okay, Aidan, you can come in.
Yay! Hello, my name is Aidan. I am an actor and a writer and a waiter. And I think that I'm here today because I am a close personal friend of Nicky's.
Any other reasons?
Someone dropped.
I want to ask you, do you have any coping mechanisms?
I have a great deal of coping mechanisms. Avoidance is fabulous. That's a sort of a blue chip coping mechanism. You can just avoid your problems completely by filling up that space with, whatever. It can be hobbies. Like one thing I do, to your point, like I will avoid my problems by being like really productive.
Okay.
Like when I'm like really, really underemployed, I will like exercise a lot. And it's a great way to like feel like I did something today when I'm not dealing like.
What should you be dealing with?
But that's the thing, I don't know. When we talked about coming on here, I was like, obviously I was like, oh, what should I make Nicky do? And then it gave me pause because the question of the show is actually a very, very difficult one. Like, what do we do? What do any of us do?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. So
Not great.
well, no, I know. I mean, like, I often find myself just inventing a series of arcane tasks for myself so that I can then do them.
What would you want someone to tell you to do?
Probably figure out what I want.
Okay.
Yeah, like what do I actually want? How do I take steps, baby steps, in that direction? Because I know I'm a person who gets overwhelmed by the vastness of processes.
You decided to introduce yourself as an actor and a waiter.
Yeah, and it's interesting that I didn't even think coming into here when you asked me to introduce myself what I would say. What if I just said my name is Aidan?
That would have been fine.
That would have been fine. And that's what's so funny is like, what the hell is my job? Like I just did my taxes last week. And I was like, okay, so most of I made money as an actor. So that counts. That's what I list my, I'm in the union. But then I see how much of my income comes from being a waiter and the majority of it. And I have this weird thing with working in the service industry where like, on the one hand, I've been told for my whole life to be ashamed of that. Like, the idea of like working in a restaurant past age whatever is something that you're like culturally taught to be ashamed of. So part of it is that I just sort of take a perverse, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Part of it is that I sort of take a perverse, like, yeah, you, dude. Like, yeah, this is my job, and it's a hard job. It's a very difficult job.
Definitely.
And most of the people who roll their eyes at it would be crying within the first 90 minutes of a shift. Like, sometimes I consider myself a harder working person than a lot of the white collar style individuals.
Is this also coping though?
Absolutely, that's the thing, 100%. Because I don't know. I think because I'm like dog tired and getting run around, I have begun to take a sort of pride in that. Absolutely, it's a coping mechanism. I've never worked a white collar job. I've never worked an office job. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I just assume, I'm like, oh, they're in the email factory. They sit there all day writing emails. And I don't know that. I've never done it. So who the hell am I to talk? So yeah, absolutely. Pure cope.
You were recently on a television show, yes?
Yes, I was. Yay.
Can you explain what that was?
I was on a television series called Best Medicine on the Fox Network. I play a guy named Hoodlum Johnny. I have 3 lines over the course of 2 episodes.
I watched the premiere with you and a few other friends recently over the past couple of weeks. I want to ask you what that experience was like.
Weirdly terrifying, because as soon as it starts, I'm like, oh, I have no control of this. I don't know if I'm even going to be in it, because things get cut. Things get cut like crazy in these kinds of shows.
So you might, when you do a show on television, on network TV, you don't know if what you do is going to go to air.
Not one bit. I was involved in 2 different B plots of episodes. It was like, oh, this could really not be in here.
But it did make it to air.
It did make it to air, thank God. And I did have a moment that was, because when we watched the most recent one, like the episode was, like a lot was cut from it. And I realized, like, oh, I might not be in this. And I did have a moment of like, it's nice that my friends are here, because I'm going to be really, really upset if I'm not in this at all. And it was like, oh, good thing I'm not alone. I did have that thought.
That's good.
I realized, and I was like, oh, that's healthy. And that came before like abject embarrassment.
And how much of what you did went to air?
I shot 4 lines and 3 made it in.
That's
which
great.
Is pretty good. Which is pretty good.
That's great.
Honestly.
You made it over the fear. And
Yes.
do you think it took effort to get to a point in your life where you would even want people to watch this with you?
1,000%.
Okay.
It took a great deal of effort. I used to like not watch myself at all. And I was like, that's so egotistical. Like,
why?
Because it's hard, and it's because it's really difficult to watch yourself, and it's really embarrassing. Because you don't have any control of it. There it is. It's in front of me, and I can't change it. And you know all the things that you did, that you, like the way you thought it was going to play in your head, and then you have what the editor put in front of you, and it's never the same thing.
Yeah. You know, we've been discussing how to cope with things, and sometimes coping is an effective method, and sometimes it's not effective. I don't know if coping is working for me or not lately.
What are we doing if not? I mean, that's why I return to like the question of this show is such a difficult one. Is like, I mean, coping, like
it's living. It's the same thing as living.
That's just living, dude. That's just being alive.
Yeah.
That's just getting through the day.
Sometimes coping is being like a CEO of a Fortune 500 company because that's all you're thinking about.
That's how you cope.
It takes up a lot of your time.
That's what you're. That's what you're doing.
Sometimes coping is asking for help. I think you are understanding where I'm coming from here. So I'm hoping you can channel that into something you think would give me long-term meaning.
Yes.
Because I've been doing a lot of short-term things that are extremely fun, and I can like really focus on them and learn something, but it's not really a for-life thing yet.
Not even fishing?
I haven't been back once.
It brings people a lot of peace.
I know.
People love fishing.
Maybe it's my fault. I should be following through more. But there always has to be something new also.
Yeah.
This is a challenge. There's a lot of things I'm balancing because it's important for me to try new things. That's part of how I cope in life, is that I always want to try something new, put myself in a new situation, do something that makes me uncomfortable, because I'll find something out about myself and I'll find something out about the world. I don't know. This is a big ask.
Do you already have a therapist?
Yeah, I see a therapist.
Ah, shit. There goes my answer. 40 milligrams of lithium.
And no matter what you request, I'll do it. It just has to be an answer to the question, so what are you working on right now? Because that is a stressful question.
It is. What are you working on right now?
Does that question ever stress you out?
Of course. You're terrific.
Speaking of which, before I leave, what are you working on right now? Do you want to plug anything?
Well, I had the thing of like, oh, I worked on this TV show that, so now that that's aired.
How long do you have you can keep saying that you're working on it?
You can make that work for a long time if you need to.
Yeah. And
you get a guest star spot, you get a couple years of answers out of that one. And then I'm like, well, but the thing I'm actually doing right now is I'm writing.
So I'm only going to give you 1 minute.
Jesus Christ.
To come up with a few different ideas. And I'm going to take a step out, and you're going to help me cope.
Help you cope in a meaningful long-term way. So this couldn't be much harder.
Yes, but it also has to be like a fun answer at a party. So I can seem interesting as well.
Okay.
And this is the thing that I've been trying to figure out is I want to seem interesting, but it seems like the only way to reach that point is to actually deeply be focused on something, because the surface level only lasts for so long and people can start to see through that. Okay. You got this.
Okay. I have 59 seconds. Nicky's leaving the room. What should I make him do that will... I mean, how do you, at a party, I mean, people are more worried about coming off as cool themselves than they're probably not even listening. So here's what you can do to make yourself meaningful long-term. Take some kind of action. Write a manifesto. Write a little bit every day. Not stupid, artist. Bench press 200. Do something severe. Make sure the first thing you do in the morning is see the sun. Put your phone in the microwave and turn it to 500 degrees and leave it there for 3 hours. You can recognize, oh, that's just a feeling. Meditate. Meditate for 5 minutes a day. That might actually really help. It's actually so helpful.
Thanks for watching Nicky's News. Big things on the way. Stay busy.
Welcome to Act 3 of Making Characters.